All right, time now for a check of the forecast.
Okay, Cedric, Thursday night, we're getting closer to the weekend. What can we expect?
Oh, that's a great point. And I'll tell you what, we want to expect some great weather. And I think we're going to be able to do that here as we go into the next couple of days. Hey, we had some beautiful sunset photos sent in throughout the evening. And I want to show a few more of these. This is from George Hemsworth over Cedar City. And there you can see it. Can't miss the sun setting below the horizon there. And notice some of those high clouds across southwest Utah. And this was from Ella Hemsworth. And you can see in Cedar City, again, capturing that sun going behind the horizon, but more of the colors there lighting up the sky with that fiery orange color we've come to love here in the Beehive State. All right, let's show you the high temperature map from today because it's a little deceiving out there for you. If you look at Salt Lake City, it has a high temperature of 70 degrees. Notice it's 79 this afternoon in St. George, Lake Powell, 73 in Hanksville. Now, you're probably asking, Cedric, when was it 70 degrees in Salt Lake City today? Because I can tell you, I was out in the afternoon. It didn't feel like 70. Well, that's because it wasn't. Now, here's the difference that a day makes here within 24 hours. So at 4 p.m. on Wednesday, we hit 78 degrees, and that was a new record high temperature, right? That was well above average as well. And then 4 p.m. today, we were at 56 degrees. So, yeah, that's a big 20-plus degree temperature change there, and we were well below average. So when did we hit 70? It's about 1 a.m. So while you were sleeping, we were nice and toasty, and then you woke up and it was a whole different day, right? We had these temperatures that were 15 to 25 degrees cooler across the north and the western half of the state, and that cooler air is still in place. So it's still much cooler than where it was yesterday because it's not in the 60s and 70s out there right now. It's 39 degrees in Logan, 47 in Salt Lake City, 45 in Provo, 41 in Delta, and 44 degrees currently in Cedar City. So as we go throughout tonight, it's going to be a chilly night, probably one of the coolest nights many of us have experienced so far. We'll drop down to about 29 to 30 in Logan. We'll probably hit about 40 degrees. We may dip to the upper 30s in Salt Lake City. We'll see how that plays out. But many areas will likely dip down into the 30s as we head towards tomorrow morning. So you're going to need the hoodies and sweatshirts. But we do have a weather pattern change again heading our way. So we've got the cool northwesterly flow in place across the area now, but here's that front pushing south and east of us here. Again, giving us that northwesterly flow, but high pressure to our south and southwest is going to build back in across the area. That's going to give us that west and southwesterly flow, and that's going to begin to warm these temperatures back up. So here's our cool air mass escaping the area by tomorrow afternoon. Here comes the high pressure, the heat dome, the warm air mass that's going to set us up for a spectacular weekend. If you have outdoor plans this weekend, it is going to be fantastic and probably one of the last really warm and nice weekends. So please get outside and enjoy that because heading our way for the beginning of Halloween week, we've got a colder and wetter weather pattern diving in across the area, and it stays unsettled as we go throughout most of next week. We may see a break somewhere in the middle of the week, but then another cold and wet system begins to take shape off the west coast as we get towards the end of the week. So if you kind of average everything together, one thing we know as we go throughout Halloween week and the first few days of November, below average temperatures are looking fairly likely. What about precipitation? Well, it's going to be warm and mainly dry as we go throughout the weekend, so that's the really good news. But then here comes system number one diving in as we get into your Monday night into Tuesday, bringing us a chance of rain, and then some cold air gets involved. Could even have some rain and snow mix on your Tuesday, especially in the higher elevations. That system hangs on through Wednesday morning. It moves out of here, which is good news because Thursday is Halloween. Right now looking okay, and then another system poised to move in Friday into the weekend. So looking at St. George for Halloween, temperatures will likely be in the 60s, so should be fairly mild. And then across the Wasatch Front, the 50s for trick-or-treaters. So a little cool, but not bad. And then we may have some more precipitation coming in on Friday. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But in St. George, what a weekend ahead, folks. We've got a lot of sunshine. Don't forget that sunscreen, and 80s are on the way. We're talking low 80s to mid 80s as we get towards the weekend there. But, hey, the Wasatch Front, we're not going to be that far behind. How about 60s to 70s? Not bad at all. And then we'll have those bigger changes to talk about next week.
We'll get to that when it happens.
All right. So the weather's okay for tomorrow night's high school football.
Yes, it is. Looking fantastic. Looking fantastic.
Ooh, and that's what we want, right? Mm-hmm.